All right, so we're continuing on with our examples. Remember, we are deciding which test to do: one sample, two sample means, two sample proportions, or matched pairs, and then we're going to write our null and alternate. Okay, so our next example: is there a difference in car insurance quotes between online companies and local agents? All right, so that looks like a question to me, right? And so this says that we check car insurance premiums quoted by online companies and local agents for 15 drivers. So that means we have 2 quotes for each driver, right? So we've got 2 quotes for each driver. That means we have 2 sets of measurements on 1 set of individuals. And anytime that happens, it is matched pairs, right? So we're talking about matched pairs design. So you can think of this that, we've got a set of people. So we've got 15 people. Here's our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, so on and so forth. And we have online, right, some number, and we've got local, some other number, right? And we've got that for each of those people, 2 sets of measurements, right? So some number here, that's for this person, and on down the list. So we have our online quotes, we have our local quotes, but if I pick John's name from the online, he's connected to his quote in the local group, right? Because people have different insurance ratings. Maybe you've crashed lots of cars, maybe you've never crashed a car. That's going to affect your insurance rates, whether it's an online company or a local company. So we know it's going to be matched pairs, right? And again, we want to calculate a difference, and you can do online minus local, local minus online. It does not matter. I'm going to do online minus local. So there's our difference variable, our new variable. And we have our null would be, hey, that mean difference, there's not one, right? There's no difference in insurance quotes. So on average, the difference between online and local is going to average out to be 0. Now, the alternate, we look at our question, is there a difference? So it doesn't say, is one cheaper than the other? It just says, is there a difference? So that means this is going to be a not equal to, a two-tailed test. All right, so we got another one. Here, July 2014, Gallup poll asked 1,005 adults if they actively try to avoid carbs in their diet. That number increased to 27% from 20% in a 2002 poll. Okay, so we're saying our 2 sample proportions are different. Is that evidence that the population proportions have changed? Okay, so we have 2 samples, right? So this one's a little tricky because it only gives you the 1 sample size for the 2014. It does say a similar poll in 2002, so probably we can assume the same sample size if we needed to actually carry out this hypothesis test, right? But means or proportions, we can see this is definitely proportions, and there's only one choice with proportions, that it's a 2 sample proportions problem. There's no matched pairs for proportions, at least not in our class. So we're going to go right on to writing our null and alternate, right? So we can say the proportion, let's say for 2014 versus the proportion for 2002. The null would be there's been no change, right? That they're equal. Now our alternate is going to look the same, 2014, our 2002, and we've got to look at the question here, right? Don't look at the data, look at the question. The question just asks, has the proportion changed? So there's no inclination or no, if one's greater, one's less, right? So we are going to say, again, not equal to. All right, so that's good. We've got these 2 out. I think Yeah, I got 2 more, but we're going to break out to another video, so you don't have to do it all at once.